This is Dr. Mike. And in my three-part video series, I've been talking about one of the major things that you can do to end stress and conflict in your life, which is to stop blaming, right? It's like the number one thing. So, so what happens is, and what we talked about in the three-part video series is that something happens in our life, right? And then we have emotions about it, right? Something that hurts us, emotionally hurts us, right? But if we slow that down and look at it in slow motion, it's really important, so that we understand what's going on and we can end stress and conflict in our lives forever, right? So we're going through all the parts. This is just one part that I wanted to go into the emotions more deeply in this vlog. So what happens is something happens in our lives, and then it's not what happens to us that creates our emotions. It's our conscious and unconscious thoughts, right? It's our unconscious and thoughts and judgments about what happens to us that causes our emotions, right? So, I told the story on my three-part video series. I told my story about a man who was on a subway and his kids were unruly and people were getting all angry with this man because he wasn't doing anything about it, and and his kids were all over the place and making a lot of noise, and people were getting angry and upset around him and judging him until they found out, long story short, that they had just come from the hospital and their mother just died. And then all of a sudden everybody's perspective on the subway changed. Their emotions, the negative emotions that they were, anger, frustration, whatever was going on, judgment, let go, because they got a different perspective. So, right, our emotions about a situation is only created by our conscious and unconscious thoughts and judgments about the situation, not what happened. Okay, it's how we view what happened. Right? So therefore, we create our own emotions. Now, the reason why the wisdom of creation set it up this way is because emotion, right? Emotion, energy in motion. Emotion is meant to drive behavior, right? Because if I just had a thought about something, a lion's coming, I might move, I might not move. But if I have a judgment about that, like, oh man, this could, something in the future, oh no, this could hurt me, this could ruin my survival, right? Now I get an emotion that produces an emotion. This is the way the biology works. This is the way it's supposed to happen, right? Now I create an emotion. That emotion intensifies everything, and now my thoughts and emotions are mixing together, and I have a better rate of surviving. Okay, so because it's going to create energy, power, so that I can move my body, fight, flight, whatever needs to happen. Okay, so emotions, and even positive emotions, right, prompts me to love, to hug, to embrace, to pay attention, right? So emotion, right, is to drive behavior, action. So the reason that when we're in stressful situations or we're in conflict with somebody, right, something happens, look at it slowly, something happens, then we have a conscious or unconscious judgment and thought about what happened. It somehow threatens our survival, right, either physically or emotionally, our emotional survival, our emotional needs. It threatens us. Then an emotion is produced, and then the motion that's supposed to happen is either we're supposed to say something, create a boundary, pull away, talk about it, or the more common thing is the motion is to make a choice. So the emotion is telling us about, is this right for me or is it not right for me? Do I want this or don't I want this? And then our job is to make choices. And we'll talk about choices at another vlog, but that's the purpose of emotion, even negative emotions. So it's important to understand that, because really every stressful situation is asking you to make a choice. But like we talked about in the three-part video series, it's making a choice. Where do you make your choice from from a defensive part of you, or do you make the choice from your deepest core self, your deepest values and ethics, which is the true self? That's where we need to learn to make our choices from. Okay? Emotion. Talk soon.